Okay.
Neo, not a ratchet hippie as hell. Neo,
Yeah.
how do you feel about him introducing his kids to his polygamy lifestyle, quote unquote,
Poly life.
poly life?
I definitely I agree with you guys' take yesterday. Like I said, I watched the show. I agree with what you guys did or said. I believe that it's bullshit. I believe that he's besmirching the whole community of polyamory. I believe that he is disrespecting the community of polyamory. Just like you said, when you are polyamorous, there is a mutual respect. There are rules. You know what I'm saying? There is an agreement. There is clear cut communication. There are clear things that boundaries. That's the word I was looking for. There are boundaries within the relationship. Like, hey, this is what I can accept. This is what I won't accept. This and that. Now, of course, we are not in his bedroom. We're not in his household. We don't know what conversations are being had, but from what the outside looking in, I definitely agree with you guys both in what you were saying, that it definitely does not give, a genuine polyamorous relationship. It gives, this is daddy and, his harem of women. And I fully think that he's disrespecting the mother of his children when they're like, "Hey, do what you do with your life. You're grown. You could do what you do with your life, but please don't have that around my children." And for you to be like, "Oh, if this want to help you with your homework and this want to help you with making you a sandwich or whatever, this want to rub your feet or whatever." I don't know what the fuck he was saying, but like I believe that's asinine. That is no. I don't feel like on the outside looking in, it doesn't look like this is any type of family or anything of that nature. When you really are polyamorous and you have multiple families, yeah, you can definitely either, and that might just be like it could be just the dude having multiple children with his women or whatever, and they have a blended family, and that's like real for them. And it's not, oh, one does one thing, one does the other, or whatever. Like, this is mom and this is mom. You know what I'm saying? Like, these are mom.
Right.
So,
Right.
like, if I need help with my homework and a sandwich, this mom is going to do it. Like, hey, mom, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's not, oh, this is what this one's here for. This is what this one's here for, or whatever. I mean, like that, and I definitely agree with you as well as when you were saying that, like, it's dangerous to have that kind of rhetoric around your 15-year-old son, whether he's 13 or 15, whatever. Like, if this pre or pubescent boy who's going through puberty, he is looking at his father, which is his male role model, his father figure. This is how he's looking at treating women. You know what I'm saying? Like, his oldest son came from his first wife. After, he had his son and his daughter, and then he was like, you know what, I don't want any more kids, to which Manietta decided to go ahead and she agreed to having her tubes tied because she thought that they agreed as a couple that, all right, we're not going to have any more kids. So she made a permanent decision, and then he went off and left her and had three more, got married again, had three more kids. And then cheated on that wife, had another baby while he was married to her, and then I think had another baby. So I believe he's up to like 5 kids, five or 6.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And again, you're a grown man. Live your life how you're living your life, but understand the effects that you are having on your children. You do have sons, several of them, and one is very, very, very impressionable right now. Yep. And is this the type of example that you want to be setting for your child? Is this how you want him to approach women and his relationship with women? Is this how you want your child or your son to grow up to be the type of man who will not commit to one woman because he does not know how to have any kind of discipline within himself, or he's not happy within himself, so he goes looking to find happiness within these women?
Yeah, he don't know how to like be to himself to get
and like, and are you happy with that? And then going as far as, what about your daughters? So are you going to be okay with your daughter being one of 4? Are you going to be all right with your daughter being a part of the harem? I'm the one that makes the sandwiches, daddy. Are you okay with that?
You gonna be like, good daughter? That's what I'm talking about. I don't think that.
All right. So with that being said,
I don't know these days.
His excuse was, at this point in my life, I just want to be honest. Can we agree that honesty in the hands of the wrong person is dangerous?
Yes.
What is he being honest about?
That's what because they were, the question on the podcast was, have do your kids understand, your new choice of polyamorous lifestyle? And if so, have you told them about it? And his rebuttal was, yes, in this part of my life, I don't want to lie to nobody, and that includes my kids.
But is that for your kids to know?
Again,
If you ain't married,
this is his take on
it. Okay.
why he told his kids, because he quote unquote is in a honest part of his life.
Me too. But I guess still wrong, brother. How you going about it? Just still how you going about it?
I just want to know how y'all feel.
Yeah, I'm really thinking about it. I'm not sure, like.
No, because these are kids.
Right.
At the same time. And the way you went about it is still wrong. You could be honest.
I feel that. But you know how our morality code in America is set up. And honesty is high up there, along with
I think the way I tell you
the rest of them. And his excuse to enlightening his kids was because he is in his honest era.
Okay.
This is the part where,
what did he say to his kids? Okay, so what was he? Okay, I just want to be honest. What did you say? What did he say?
He said,
what are you honest about?
He said he's honest about his lifestyle.
Did they
and then so when he said, I tell my kids, like, this is daddy's girlfriend, this is daddy's other girlfriend, this is daddy's other girlfriend, this is daddy's other girlfriend. This one will help you with your homework. This one will make you a sandwich. This will help you pick out your clothes. But I get that he's unhinged in the way that he's portraying the poly lifestyle right now. We can all agree on that. But again, if he's saying that this is the reason for him letting his kids know, because of course kids are gonna ask questions.
That's what I was asking. Did they ask?
Probably so.
Okay.
Probably. I mean, I would assume. I would assume.
I don't know, but I haven't received part of it. These 15.
Yeah.
I'm talking out of turn.
I mean,
just
yes.
be more mindful how you because kids are impressionable. Like, I don't know how you breaking it down to them.
He told us how he breaking it down.
Yeah, which that's still asinine the way you breaking it down, because it's not like, why do you choose to live?
But if this is his truth, I'm asking, is it dangerous? Because he's backing it up with a moral code that pretty much a lot of America would say being honest is the right thing.
To me personally, it's still wrong. It's wrong how you went about it. But then again,
I definitely right. Okay, so I definitely understand. He's like, hey, I just want to live in my truth. I'm not lying to anybody, especially my children. But there's also a thing of like, stay in a child's place. Even if you were in a monogamous relationship and you were in a marriage, there are still things that go on within a marriage that you still don't divulge everything to your children. Because there is such a thing as staying in a child's place. Like your parents were married, you know what I'm saying, for the majority of your childhood. Like I'm pretty sure there was shit that went on between them two that maybe you might have seen or whatever, but it wasn't like they came and talked to you about it.
Oh, but see, they live in the house.
You see but do you get my line of questioning
so
there?
It's gonna already be like, when they come over to stay with daddy, damn, these women are.
But my line of questioning is, if this is the right thing to do, can we agree that because it's dangerous at this point in time without you having a fully developed brain,
it's not the right thing to do,
that lying would be okay in this situation? And lying is an omission. I had to learn this. Omission is a form of lying. So if your kid had this question, and you decided to either tell them another way or not say nothing at all, you would technically be lying to them.
You could definitely tell them in a way that is appropriate for them to understand as well. You know what I'm saying? That's also a thing, like the way that you might approach, like for instance, just for examples, the way you might approach like speaking to your children about body parts or something, you're going to speak to them different at 3 than you are at 13, Okay. I can see that. So when I say, use discernment as a parent, I'm not, I mean, like, I understand where you're saying like omission. Yeah. Like, again, you can tell them what they need to know, that is palatable to like their respective ages. You know what I'm saying? That's what I was saying.
right. That's what I've been getting at. Like, it's a way to tell them where it don't, the oppression on them isn't.
I guess what? All right. So I guess my answer to this would be is I feel like it's okay to lie.
I always feel like, sure, like at that point, yeah. Until he get grown.
I feel like it's okay to lie. I feel like you can.
I think you know a good way to tell them that.
Assess the situation and lie, depending on who you're talking to. Mm-hmm. So I guess my thing would be is
these are daddy friends.
That's it. They trick like we're tricked under this all right, all wrong. If you lie at any point, you're wrong. You're a bad person.
You're a bad person. Yeah.
Like, no.
That's not even possible.
I'm not. I'm assessing the situation. I'm assessing who this information is going to. And I'm making the best decision at this time.
Which I understand is not a good way to tell a 15-year-old down what this is. They don't even got the continence to understand what this is for real.
Right. So like, if just for instance, if I was in Neo's shoes and my kids come and ask me, "Hey, what's all of this about?" Mind your business.
Yep.
Now that technically would be me omitting the truth from them. So in that instance, I would be lying. But I feel like this is the healthiest thing to do in a situation.
Yeah, learn to be and put them in this place. Like, let them know where their place is. You ask them grown folk questions.
And see, this is what I need. And like going forward, I would like a more healthier understanding to like assessing situation. I think everything is situational based. I would like to say
I think that's always been like the underlining thing with like truth telling, knowing when to tell it.
But see, they gotta
and know who you telling it to.
I agree with that, but that is not the sentiment out here.
Because yeah, people don't read the underlining part. They just think that.
But a lot of people don't have the bandwidth, intelligence-wise, to even like break down again.
That's why
I'm still learning shit.
13-year-old boy trying to make him pay.
Right. It's a lot of shit that I have only learned through the course of doing this podcast. And I'm okay with that because,
a lot of fucking up in life.
Hey, I'm not perfect, and every day you should be learning something.
Right.
And I just feel like by me assessing everything, not just really even Neo, but everything that's going on, that we just need to drop our nuts, drop the titties, and say, hey, at times, it's okay to lie. It is probably the best thing in a situation to lie at times. Instead of saying, if you lie, you're a bad person. Because, you know what I'm saying? Because we can all agree that it's dangerous what this nigga is doing. It's dangerous what you're doing. But he's backing it up and trying to stand up. Well, I'm not lying. At least I can tell my kids the truth. All right, we're going to see how that works out for you.
Then when your son get the tripping out this bitch, you trying to figure out.
Or has identity crisis.
Because you don't understand. So, because they not going to understand. They don't have the, like I said, they don't have the continence. They ain't even live life yet.
I can agree with that.
They living off of you. So already, like, you got to stay in your place. Stay in your place. This is not for, stay in the child's place.
How do you feel about lying, Ratchet Hippie, and at certain situations?
I think it I guess depends on the situation and the severity of weighing the pros and cons of like the truth versus telling a lie. I mean, everything is subjective. Of course, I mean, you have morals, hopefully a person has a moral compass or whatever, but depending on the situation, there are situations that do deem worthy, telling a lie, you know what I'm saying? Like if you're in a dangerous situation, your backup is against the wall, like quite literally, like women, it happens to women all the time, you know what I'm saying? You're going to tell the truth, you're going to lie, so you
that
can
was
go home.
Good. I'm glad you said that because that was gonna be my next example.
You know,
like if somebody
so
really had you at gunpoint, type
right?
shit.
Or because some men just don't know how to take no. It's very simple.
Yep.
Like, you can tell a white lie or whatever, so you can get the fuck home. So like there are, like I said, it depends on the circumstance. It depends on what the situation is. Again, I would be subjective to your moral compass. You know what I'm saying? I am not one to just be like, anybody just lie about anything or whatever. But yeah,
Right.
so I mean I'm
Right.
I'm no saint. So everyone lies. I try my best to tell the truth in every instance that I can. Hell, there's sometimes that I'll stop mid sentence and be like, wait, that's not what I said. Hold on, this is what I said. You know what I'm saying? So there are certain instances like that, but then there are certain instances where I know that I flat out lied, dead to your face with a straight face.
Yep.
With a straight face.
You come in my face, ask me what I'm doing, chilling.
Tears and all. That shit crazy. But what? All right. To circle back to paradise.